who performed well, just loving every minute of it, and well deserved too. They had such a dominant performance.
They really did. But here now is the women's double sculls A final. In lane 1, which is on the far side of the picture, that's a Katarina Karsten and Julia Bicic. I don't know where to start with Katarina Karsten on the left of the picture there. She's competed at 5 Olympics, winning 2 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze, and of course is multiple world champion in her single scull. So she's trying to make waves now in the double. Here though, New Zealand in lane 2, Fiona Burke and Zoe Stevenson. Silver at Lucerne, gold at the Sydney World Cup, and certainly performing well this season. And as we were saying, the Lithuanian women's double in lane 3, Donata Vistarteit and Milda Vilkiukait, they've been doing very well this season. Gold at Lucerne, gold at European Championships, so they are the reigning European champions in the women's double sculls. Great Britain in 4, Frances Horton and Victoria Mayer-Laker. They managed gold at the Eton World Cup and bronze at the Sydney World Cup. Goodness me, there's some hot competition in this race. Lane 5's with Germany, Julia Lear and Marika Adams. Looking for a medal this season. They didn't quite make the A final at Lucerne 2 months ago, but they've done well. They're in lane 5 today. Over in lane 6, Denmark, Mette Pettersen and Lisbeth Jakobsen. Silver at Eton, just missed the medals at the European Championships.
There we see the Lithuanians on screen. She's putting a bit of water onto her stroke woman's back, no doubt to cool her down in these warm conditions, nearing 30 degrees here this afternoon. But as we said before, absolutely incredible conditions for racing.
Totally agree. If it was me rowing in there, I'd be splashing water all over the place. You wouldn't need to lift any out to pour down my back. But at this level, it's so clean, the sculling, even as they set off the start, which can often be quite erratic. But I don't think that's what we're going to see today. Good start there then in the final of the women's double sculls. Look at Lithuania. Donata Vistarteit on the far side of the picture. She's in the bow seat, and Milda Vilkiukait in the stroke seat.
And they've absolutely blasted out. Much like their double beforehand, they absolutely want to be on the podium. They are hot favourites for this race. They've been in excellent form. But coming out with them here in lane 6 are the Danes, on the closest to you on the screen. Looking very sharp at this point. They could be a surprise medal contention, I would think.
Mette Pettersen and Lisbeth Jakobsen there, as we were saying, silver medalists at the Eton World Cup. So going to be laying down a quick time today. Here come Great Britain, though. They've not lost contact with the Lithuanian leaders. Great Britain only a canvas down and currently in 2nd place after the start.
There's Julia Lear we're looking at with the blonde hair and her stroke, Marika Adams, coached by Thomas Affelt. As the British come back on the Lithuanians, I have to say, I was talking to Gianni Postiglione, who's done so much work with the Lithuanian double this year, and he did say there, we're looking at the Lithuanians, that the young stroke woman, Milda Vilkiukait, she had terrible back problems 2 nights ago. She couldn't sleep. The Lithuanians wanted to take her to hospital, but he's said go to the Italian physio and they're going to try and put her back together again. But I think they're going to be coming into this race under par, maybe taking a risk to put her in the race, and to me the British could take gold as a result.
Yeah, look at the Brits as they come into the line here. Hard to call across the 5, Pete.
Really hard to call across the line. Only 0.08 of a second. Lithuania still leading, which is great to see because they did a 1:46 in their semi compared to Great Britain's 1:44. Great Britain now absolutely bow ball for bow ball with them. And
the British, coached by Paul Thompson, the Aussie coach who coached the British double to a gold medal last year in Eton Dorney. The Kiwis are having a blinder. There's Vicky Mayer-Laker, first year on the team, and Fran Halton behind her, furthest away from you. Vicky Mayer-Laker, absolute powerhouse. Both women are bound about 6:30 on the ergo. Not short of power, it's technique and finesse.
And look at the Kiwis as they blast up, draw level with the Lithuanians. This is certainly a surprise at this point in the race, but I absolutely rate this young double. I mean, they've had a great combination since they came together. They're rowing so well. Burke was 7th in the women's quad at the London Games last year. Zoe Stevenson, the stroke woman, she was the spare for the team, the reserve, and looking to absolutely make her mark heading to Rio. They won this event at the Sydney World Cup, and they were 2nd in Lucerne in this event. Look at them now moving into the lead over the Lithuanians.
Yeah, they certainly do well. I mean, they often have a very slow start, the Kiwi doubles, but they really manage to pick it up later down the course. And the fact that we're in this second 500 now is going to be interesting stuff, because they're going to have a powerful second 1,000, and it's going to be really tough for the Lithuanians and Great Britain to stay on terms with them.
I don't think there's any doubt this is the New Zealanders rowing out of their skin. You know, to be in that position at the K, the 1,000-metre mark, with their bows in front, ahead of the Lithuanians, the World Cup leaders, and the British. Question for me is, you know, what are these Brits going to do in the third quarter? We know that Fran Horton's got a fantastic last quarter. To me, I'd still pick the Brits to win this race, but I'm very surprised by the pace of the Kiwis there in lane 2.
Well, the Brits did a 3:32 in their semi-final to the 1,000, and that was a 3:26. So it's a much faster race today than either of the semis were, but the Kiwis are just managing to stay out in front, and Lithuania trying to come back on terms with them, and they're pretty much bow ball for bow ball now.
Yeah, Lithuania have just made a move. It's put them back in touch, level with the Kiwis, and it is pushing the Brits slowly but surely behind them. They're really making a move now. Look at these Lithuanians go, but they're dead level. I can't pick it between the Kiwis and the Lithuanians, but the Brits finding the pressure a little bit too hot to handle.
Well, the Lithuanians had the fastest second 1,000 out of all of the boats on the water here in their semis, so it's going to be really tough for all of these three crews if they want to contend for medal positions.
This could be a hero story if Milda Vakiute, there she is with the white cap, the junior sculler, the junior world champion. Postiglione, her coach, said, I've never seen anyone with so much dynamism, so much power, and she's not a strong woman through the stroke. And that back injury, she will be hurting, and her partner knows that. And the Kiwis, I don't know if they know that, but this is a heroic struggle between two fantastic boats. Britain out of it, I think.
Yeah, brilliant row by the Kiwis. I mean, they're such a talented crew. They would have known this, the Kiwi selectors, from selecting this boat. They were so fast together. Just a magical combination they've come across.
Look at this through the 1,500. 5:11 is what they've done, 10 seconds quicker than the semis. And the Lithuanians have such a strong second 1,000. They're forcing themselves ahead of the Kiwis, who are renowned for being strong in the second half of the race.
Karsten coming back into it on the far side. The Belarusian double right up there at the top. The Kiwis, they are going to hang on. They've gone to charge now. And will they pay for that fast first quarter that they made?
Zoe Stevenson absolutely driving this boat in the stroke seat. Fiona Burke sitting behind her. What a brave move. They are absolutely going for it. We've said it once, we'll say it again this week. You do not want to come into the last 500 next to a Kiwi crew. They are renowned sprinters, and they are taking this race absolutely rowing out of their skins. I mean, just so incredible to see them doing this now. They are being so brave. 250 metres to go, and the Lithuanians can't handle the pressure. Can they come back?
Absolutely stroke for stroke there, these two leading crews. And the Kiwis are up to half a length now, but there looks to be a bit of a battle for that bronze medal position between Britain and Belarus. So it's really exciting, this last 150 metres now, because there's a battle for gold and a really big battle for that bronze medal. It looks like the Belarusians have rowed through Great Britain and are now in the bronze medal position. It's going to come absolutely down to the wire, but look at this leading Kiwi pair. They look absolutely amazing in that double. Half a length up on the Lithuanians, 50 metres to go.
Lithuanians coming back. I don't think there's enough water, but the young woman in the stroke seat are coming back. It's tight, it's tight.
It's coming down to the wire. They are absolutely bow ball for bow ball. I don't think we're not going to be able to call that. That is absolutely amazing.
I think
Lithuania have just done it. New world champions. There could have only been inches in that.
A back injury. How good is that stroke woman, Milda Vakiute, backed up by Donata Vistatati? She doesn't know. She doesn't know. You are world champion. It's me. It's me. She's done it.
Oh, looking for that confirmation from the bank there, but they did do it. Lithuania, new world champions in the women's double sculls.
And the Kiwis were so brave there, but they blew. You saw them go, catch a little bit of dirty water about 20 metres before the line, and it got the Lithuanians just back in front. What a resurgence they made in the last quarter of that race.
Only 0.04 of a second separating gold and silver there. What a finish for Lithuania and New Zealand,
and
with Belarus coming in here for the bronze medal, getting themselves past Great Britain. Great finish for them.
And the two women from Belarus, the great Olympic veteran Ekaterina Karsten, really putting her experience, the 41-year-old, to the test to row through Great Britain, and Julia Bishik supporting her. But this start, well, the Kiwis, traditionally we wait to see them in the second half, but they did go out ever so quickly. And there, just I think the charge for the line, this is one of the most heroic finishes I've ever seen. With what we know about the back injury, I didn't think there was enough water for them to do it, but they had so much momentum, and despairing in the bow seat from Fiona Bolt, the Otago rower there. She just knew they were coming back. And Zoe Stevenson, the stroke from Tauranga, couldn't really do enough to hang on. How close was that?
It was on the surge of the stroke, wasn't it? That was absolutely amazing. Ecstatic, the Lithuanians there. Milda Valkyuke in the stroke seat. She couldn't believe she had done it. They were all looking to the bank because there's no way for them to tell until somebody points at them and says, it's you, you're the new world champions.
0.04 of a second separating those two crews. I mean, absolutely unbelievable.